Let us have a discussion on tenses. Tense talks of time. What relation does the tense has with time? Today we are going to discuss the same. The word tense comes from the Latin tempus, T-E-M-P-U-S. Tempus stands for time. The tense of a verb shows the time of an action or an event. Thus, it represents time. It's grammatical inflation of verb. Let us try to trace the origin and development of tenses as grammatical unit.
Hi friends, what Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary tell us about tense? Any forms of the verb that may be used to express the time of an action or state expressed by the verb.
Let us focus on the term tense according to Oxford Dictionary Thesaurus and Word Power Guide. What it has to tell about tense, let us try to listen.
Actually, tense is a set of forms that indicate the time or completeness of the action expressed by the verb.
Tense is an inflection of a verb that refers to exact expression of time.
Thus, so far as its definition is concerned, tense is an inflection of verb that refers to expression of exact expression of time. Let us try to go deeper into the meaning.
A modification in verbs to distinguish time of an action.
Thus, tense also stands for a modification in words. A modification in verbs to distinguish time of an action. In this relation, we have noticed that tense is the grammatical entity that deals with time and time of an action expressed or happened. And in this way, tense deals with the verb which shows the time of an action or event. How come it is divided into three parts? Past tense, present tense, and future tense.
Past tense defines a verb that refers to the past time is said to be in the past tense. For example, I write a letter.
Thus, the past tense talks of a verb that refers to past time, and it is said to be in the past tense. If a verb deals with past time, it is into the past tense. For example, I wrote a letter. I saw a bird, and so on and so forth. Let us think about the relationship of present time and present tense.
A present tense, a verb that refers to present time, is said to be in the present tense. For example, I am writing a letter.
And in the similar situation, when do we find a verb in future tense? Let us try to identify the same.
Future tense. A verb that refers to future time is said to be in future tense. For example, I will read a novel.
The present tense is used to express the action, the state of being at the time of expression. Present tense talks about the inflection of the verb that deals with present time. For the suitability of its study, present tense is divided into 4 parts: present indefinite tense, present perfect tense, present continuous, present perfect continuous tense. Sequentially, present indefinite is also known as present simple or simple present tense. For example, he writes a letter. Structure of simple present is subject plus verb first plus yes oblique yes plus object. Let us see what is the structure of present progressive tense, which is known as present continuous tense. He is writing a letter, and the structure being subject plus is, am, are plus verb first plus ing form of the verb plus object. Third part of present tense is present perfect tense. And example for present perfect is, he has written a letter. Structure subject plus has oblique have plus verb third plus object. The final part of present tense is known as present perfect continuous tense. It talks of exact timing in which the action has been done. For example, he has been writing a letter for 2 hours. Subject plus has have plus been plus verb first plus ing plus object plus scenes for plus time. Thus, we have discussed the base structure of present tense and its 4 segmental divisions. Tense is divided into 3 parts: present tense, past tense, and future tense. The present tense is used to express the action or the state of being at the time of speaking. Let us think what past tense has to tell. For the same, I wish to invite Priyanka Rajput, who will be telling us of past tense and introducing us with the base structure of past tense. So it's over to Priyanka Rajput.
Hi friends, what is a past tense? Past tense is used to express the action taken place in the or the state of being that existed before the time of speaking.
Means the action or event happened, but it's being reported after the action being happen. So let us talk of the four segmental divisions of past tense.
Past tense is divided into four categories: past indefinite tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. First, past indefinite tense. It is also known as the past simple tense. The structure is subject plus second form of the verb plus object. For example, he wrote a letter. Continuous, past continuous tense. It is also known as past progressive tense. Structure: subject plus was oblique verb plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. For example, he was writing a letter. Past perfect tense. Subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object. For example, he had written a letter. Past perfect continuous tense. Structure is subject plus had plus been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object plus since oblique for plus time. For example, he had been writing a letter since morning.
Thus we came to know that the past tense is used to express the action taking place on the states of being, that event before the time of speaking. Let us invite Puneet Rajput, what he has to tell about the tense and its third possible segmental use, that is future tense.
The future tense is used to express the action of the state of being or the action that are expected at a certain time after the time of speaking.
Means the future tense talks of an action that will be after it is being spoken.
The future tense is divided into the four types. First, indefinite. The structure of the indefinite is subject plus will oblique shall plus first form of the verb plus object. Example: he will write a letter. Continuous tense. Structure: subject plus will oblique shall plus be plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. Example: he will be writing a letter. Perfect. Structure: subject plus will oblique shall plus have plus verb की third form plus object. He will have written a letter. Perfect continuous tense. Structure: subject plus will oblique shall plus have plus been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object plus since oblique for plus time. Example: he will have been writing a letter since morning.
Thus we came to know the 12 possible divisions of tenses, and the division being first 3 divisions: present, past, future. And present talks about the action which is being reported at a time of speaking. Past talks of an action that happened first but being reported later on. And future deals with that action will happen after the time of speaking. Segmentally, all are divided into 4 parts. Present is divided into present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. When we come to know about the segmental divisions of past, again past was divided respectively simple past or past indefinite, past continuous or past progressive, past perfect, and finally past perfect continuous. When we reach to future, we came to know that action happens after not after, before, not at the time, but it happens after the time of speaking. And it is also having 4 possible categorization: future indefinite, future continuous, that is future perfect, and finally future perfect continuous. Thus ends the basic talk of tenses, which begins from its origin and development. Origin, speaking the word tense. Again, let us have a recapitulation. Word tense comes from Latin tempus, that equates the time. And the tense of a verb shows the time of an action or event. And we focused about certain things, that a verb that refers to past time is said to be in past tense, and a verb that refers to present time is said to be in present tense, and if a verb refers to an action which is scheduled to be happen in future time is said to be in future tense. Nice listening to us. Our team will meet you soon in our next video with the references of certain other interesting topics. Here today we discussed, we talked, we attempted to identify origin and development of the term tenses.